Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for running a few minutes late. So we got George in the house, Ryan the Gamer, welcome in, Esther, hello, Gregory, the cameraman, 1970 iTalk. Angel, how are you doing? So, over the past year on this channel, I've talked about, my sobriety, not drinking. I just want to share, I was doing some research, and I want to share an article, okay? So I want to share an article and go over an article about addiction. I'm going to share it on the screen right now. It's called What is Addiction? A person with an addiction uses a substance or engages in a behavior for which the rewarding effects provide a compelling incentive to repeat the activity, despite detrimental consequences. Addiction may involve the use of substances such as alcohol, inhalants, opioids, cocaine, nicotine, or behaviors such as gambling. Or my friend in chat likes to talk about sex addiction. But welcome in, Pink Bubblegum. George, this is for you. There's evidence that addictive behaviors share key neurobiological features. They intensely involve brain pathways of reward and reinforcement, which involve the neurotransmitter dopamine, and in keeping with other highly motivated states. They lead to pruning of synapses in the prefrontal cortex, the front of your brain, home of the brain's highest functions, so that attention is highly focused on cues related to the target substance or activity. It is important to know that such brain changes are reversible after the substance use or behavior is discontinued. Put a 1 in chat if you know somebody or if you yourself has struggled with some type of addiction. Addiction is serious, and a lot of people, and the thing is, right, is, in my opinion, there's many ways that it can happen. Okay. For example, peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of them. Depression, another one. So I'm going to continue with this article. And then if you have any thoughts or suggestions, leave a comment. Both substance use disorders and gambling behaviors have an increased likelihood of being accompanied by mental health conditions, such as depression and anxiety, or pre-existing problems. Substance use and gambling disorders not only engage the brain mechanisms, they respond to many of the same treatment approaches. Substance use and gambling disorders are complex conditions that affect the reward, reinforcement, motivation, and memory systems of the brain. They are characterized by impaired control over usage, social experiment, involving the disruption of everyday activities and relationships, and craving. Continuing use is typical harmful to relationships as well as the obligation at work or school. Another distinguishing feature of addiction is that individuals continue to pursue the activity despite the physical or psychological harm it occurs, even if the harm is exacerbated by repeated use. Typically, one's tolerance to a substance increases as the body adapts to its presence. Give me just a second. I have to. Man, it is cold. It is cold out here, down here. Because addiction affects the brain's executive functions centered in the prefrontal cortex, individuals who develop an addiction may not be aware that their behavior is causing problems for themselves and others. Over time, pursuit of the pleasurable effects of the substance or behavior may dominate an individual's activities. So, I was talking to somebody close to me that's a recovered addict. And they were telling me, they were sharing stories with me. They don't want to come up on panel and talk about it because they're not, happy with themselves yet. They're still fixing and working on themselves. But they were, you know, talking about how they would go weeks without bathing, eating at times, sleeping at times. You know, like what I don't understand, and I don't know if anybody can explain this to me, right? Yes, I'm a recovered alcoholic. And when I was 8 years old, I had my first taste and I loved it. At 15, when I started drinking, it was nonstop until I quit at 30. But when it came to substances, because of the environment I grew up in, I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna be like that crackhead. Nope, nope. So growing up at an early age, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna do that. And I was always stuck trying to figure out, knowing what these things do to you, what drives you to do them. So that was a question that lingered in my head for years, for years. And then I forgot, you have people around you, friends. Hey man, you should try this. So sometimes an addict, they're not coping with a mental health issue or a traumatic experience. It's because of peer pressure sometimes. Somebody around them talked them in to trying it, and they got hooked from that point on. Other times it's something traumatic, or they grew up being told not to do something and they became rebellious and tried it anyway. If I'm wrong, I will stand corrected. So, because all addictions have the capacity to induce a sense of hopelessness and feelings of failure, as well as shame and guilt. But research documents that recovery is the rule rather than the exception. There are many routes to recovery. Individuals can achieve improved physical, psychological, and social functions on their own, so-called natural recovery. Others benefit from the support of community or peer-based networks. And still others opt for clinical-based recovery through the services of certified credential professionals. What's up, Quick? How you doing? So, talking about understanding addiction. So, copy, paste. So, if there's anybody in chat that wants to come up and talk, more than welcome. The road to recovery is seldom straight. Relapse or recurrence of substance use is common, but definitely not the end of the road. For those who achieve remission of an addiction disorder for 5 years, researchers support the likelihood of relapse is no greater than that among of general population. Neuroscientists report that synaptic density is gradually restored, whatever that word is. Synact, I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it at all. SYNAPTIC. Hello, Lily. Tattooed Angel. How you doing? So, myths about addiction. That this might answer one of my questions because I haven't read this article. I read it along with you guys and we learn together. The processes that give rise to addictive behavior resist a simplistic explanation. There's not just one cause, although genetic or other biological factors can contribute to the person's vulnerability to the condition. Many social, psychological, and environmental factors also have a powerful influence on substance use. Some characteristics such as a lack of ability to tolerate distress or other strong feelings have been associated with addiction, but there's no one addictive personality type that clearly predicts whether a person will face problems with addiction. That's interesting. One thing I did learn, when you know somebody that's struggling with addiction, be there for them, but don't feed into it financially. Because the more money you give them, the more you enable them. Learn that the hard way. Don't give up on somebody. When they call you, just listen. Don't yell at them. Don't treat them less than. Just listen. When they're ready, they will reach out. But they have to know that it's there. They have to know that that hand is there. That you're willing to help them fix whatever issue they're struggling with. You just can't help them financially. If they need food, give it to them. If they need clothes, give it to them. But money? No, 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 no. And that's my opinion. So we'll get to symptoms of addiction. Recurrent use of substance or engagement with an activity that leads to impairment or distress is the core of addictive disorders. The clinical diagnosis of an addiction is based on the presence of at least two of a number of features. Okay. The substance or activity is used in larger amounts for a longer period of time that was intended. There's a desire to cut down on use or unsuccessful efforts to do so. Pursuit of the substance or activity or recovery from its use consumes a significant amount of time. There is a craving or strong desire to use substance or engage in the activity. Use of the substance or activity disrupts obligations at work, school, or home. Use of the substance or activity continues despite the social or interpersonal problems it causes. Participating in important work, social, or recreational activities drops or stops. Use occurs in situations where it is physically risky. Use continues despite knowing it is causing or exacerbating physical or psychological problems. Tolerance occurs, indicated either by need for markedly increased amounts of the substance to the achieved desired effect, or markedly diminished effect of the same amount of substance. Withdrawal occurs, manifests either in the presence of psychological withdrawal symptoms or the taking of related substance to block them. All symptoms, all symptoms. Art Go Show. Welcome in. Welcome in. The severity of the condition is gauged by the number of symptoms present. The presence of two to 3 symptoms generally indicate a mild condition. 4 to 5 symptoms indicate a moderate disorder. When 6 or more symptoms are present, the condition is considered severe. So this is where I was back a little bit when I said that my thoughts on addiction. So this is what psychology today is saying causes of addiction. And if you think they're wrong, put a 1 in chat. So, biological factors. Estimates vary by scientists find that genetic factors contribute about half the risk for developing a substance use disorder. For example, one factor linked to vulnerability in a variation in a gene that determines the makeup of brain receptors for the neurotransmitter dopamine. Another factor appears to be the nature of the body's hormonal response to stress. Stress. Psychological factors. Variations in liver enzymes that metabolize substances are known to influence one's risk of alcohol use disorder. Gender. Males are more likely to develop substance use disorder than females. Although the so-called gender gap may be narrowing for alcohol use disorder, and females are more subject to intoxication effects at a lower dose of alcohol. Psychological factors. Personality factors, both impulsivity and sensation seeking, have been linked to substance use and gambling disorders. Impulsivity may particularly related to the risk of relapse, trauma, and abuse. Early exposure to significant adverse experience can contribute to the development of substance use disorders by overwhelming an individual's coping ability, perhaps by sensitizing brain pathways of alarm, distress, or by adding to the burden of stress. Mental health factors. Conditions such as depression, anxiety, attention deficit disorder, or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, increase the risk of addiction. Difficulties managing strong emotions are also linked to substance use. Mine is both depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So I drink, just go to sleep, forget about everything. Because when you wake up, everything smacks you in the face. You pick up that drink, and then it goes away until it hits you in the face again. When I quit drinking permanently, it was the most difficult time in my life. I will tell you that. So, environmental factors, family factors. While strong family relationships have been shown to protect against substance use disorders, several aspects of family functions or circumstances can contribute to addiction risks. Having a parent or a sibling with an addictive disorder raises the risk, as does a lack of parental supervision or support. Poor quality or troubled parent-child relations and family disruptions such as a divorce can also add to one's risk, as does sexual, physical, or emotional abuse. Research shows that marriage and taking on child-raising responsibilities mitigate the risk of addiction. Accessibility factors. Easy availability of alcohol and other substances in one's home, at school, or work, or in one's community increases the risk of repeated use. Peer group, like I said, as profoundly social animals, people are strongly influenced by their peers, and in generally seeking to be liked by them, may adopt many of their behaviors, particularly during adolescence. Positive social relationships, on the other hand, are known to strongly protect against substance use. Employment status. Having a job and developing the skills for employment exert pressure for stability and provides financial and psychological rewards that mitigate addiction risks. I want to stop here. Okay. I'm going to get to a part two. I'm going to do a part two of this live. I started late and it's my fault. But Thursday, what's today? Tuesday. So Wednesday, I'm going to do research. I got some things I want to talk about. I'm going to open up the panel tomorrow. I'm going to go live early. I'm going to be covering Diddy tomorrow. I think that's going to be, and then Thursday, I'm going to do part two of understanding addiction. And I'm going to talk about, we're going to talk about treatment and different steps of sobriety. I just wanted to get to the first part of this, is understanding what leads people to addiction. And I want to thank you guys for being here. Eventually, I want to start, I just want to change things. I want people to understand that, I was gone for a few months and I apologize. So I want to apologize that I wasn't around for a few months. I still could have gone live from my phone. It's just that, I don't know. I was in my head. I was in a dark place mentally. But everything is getting there. So one day at a time. That's all we can do, one day at a time. So, but those of you that are still here and are watching, I hope you enjoyed what we talked about. You guys are important to me. And I want to thank you guys for being here. And with that being said, All Things Serious is out, my friends. I will see you tomorrow.
Let's talk about the mind for a minute. The kind of battles fought, you don't just win it. It's a war zone inside, no camouflage. Every thought's a grenade, sitting ready to barrage. Growing up, they said man up, but never speak up. So I bottled it all, like a shaking soda cup. Pressure building inside, I could feel it crack. But the world outside only sees the mask, not the fact. Depression knocking at the door, anxiety's my guest. They invited themselves in, now I'm under duress. But mental health ain't a weakness, it's the strength to own. Every scar, every tear, every struggle we've honed. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. Seamless like a shadow, it follows you around. But I'm breaking the silence, gonna tear it down. Got therapy sessions, journaling pages, finding peace in the chaos, flipping life stages. Self-love's a journey, not a destination. Gotta navigate the pitfalls, find your elevation. No shame in asking for help, we all need a hand. Together we rise like a hip-hop band. So let's rewrite the narrative, redefine the game. Mental health ain't just a buzzword, it's our flame. Illuminate the darkness, spark the conversation. All things serious and mental health, a powerful combination. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. All my warriors fighting in the shadows, no, you're not alone. We're a pack of arrows, piercing through the stigma, breaking chains. All things serious and mental health, rewriting our refrains. So let's keep spitting verses, sharing our stories. Hip-hop about mental health, reclaiming our glories. One beat, one rhyme, one soul at a time. Together we'll shine in this rhythm and rhyme. It's okay not to be okay. Don't let anyone take your light away. In the darkness, you'll find your voice. Speak your truth, make your choice. To all my warriors fighting in the shadows, no, you're not alone. We're a pack of arrows, piercing through the stigma, breaking chains. All things serious and mental health, rewriting our refrains. So let's keep spitting verses, sharing our stories. Hip-hop about mental health, reclaiming our glories. One beat, one rhyme, one soul at a time. Together we'll shine in this rhythm and rhyme.